So let's do an all signs reading. See what everyone's up to. See how life is treating you. Figure out where to set all my cards. I have like 1,000. It's not enough, okay? Alright, so just had the new year, a full moon on the 6th, which kind of lingered into the 7th. I was looking, the illumination was about the same both nights. Both the full moon and Cancer, right? Both nights. And then we have Mercury retrograde, right? Mercury retrograde represents things coming back up from the past for like resolution, you know? And Cancer represents like emotional things, like emotional ties or things that like, you know, really hit deeply in the soul, you know? And it's kind of like, yeah, so let's see what this energy is like bringing about for you. So we have Agarthans, manifesting multidimensional perception and attunement. So we have a psychic on our hands. So this is the energy of somebody who's very like spiritually inclined, somebody who really picks up on the energies of people around them. Like I said, multidimensional perception and attunement. It's like you can read a room, you can read people. Very intuitive. Very air energy at this Agarthan's card, right? It's very like airy. And so the air signs are the swords, right? The swords represent like intellectual, like, you know, communication and like pursuits, things like that. So let's see. You yourself might be into divination of sorts, like tarot reading or palmistry, natal charts, astrology, a Ouija board, spirit boards, whatever. You might dabble a bit, or at least be curious about it. Alright, this is pretty intense energy, like right off the bat here. This is like holy fuck energy, okay. So, whoever I'm reading for, it starts out with the 5 of Swords in reverse, right? Which is like making a decision to like no longer like be at conflict with people, or like to kind of like no longer fight about shit. Like you may have made a conscious like decision to be like, you know what, fuck this, I'm done. There's nothing worth like fighting over, right? With the Blasted Tower in reverse, it's like, because I feel like there were just a lot of consequences that came with like the conflict or the feeling conflicted, right? And you're kind of like in this energy of wanting to like rebuild your life after, you know, something. With the 7 of Swords and the Queen of Wands in reverse, well, both of these are kind of indicating similar things. The 7 of Swords is a lying, cheating, stealing card, right? And this indicates somebody who's been like unfaithful or deceitful with you. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, this is somebody who like who's very like deceitful and dramatic, and somebody who likes to make a scene, somebody who likes to like you know, stir trouble. It's like the drama queen, you know, the Queen of Wands in reverse. And I feel like you're in this energy of like you no longer want to go through that battle with them. Like this is something that you've made a decision to let go of, or you're making the decision to let go of. Like it's just become too much. Yeah, we have the Hierophant in reverse, Taurus energy, and it's kind of this energy of like somebody who's not willing to like learn or grow or change or like commit, or it's like this energy of somebody who's not willing to like show up in the way that you had wanted, or like in the way that you were trying to. With the Knight of Wands, though, I feel that you receive like an offer or a communication that like, let's see what this is. What is this Knight of Wands doing here? It's like getting good news or receiving an offer. With the Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy, it's saying that like you receive like an offer to like get out or like go out. Like kind of the Hermit is like staying in, getting time for yourself, in solitude. That being in reverse, it's like saying, climbing out of your shell, like going out and doing something new. With the Three of Swords in reverse, this is energy that like helps heal you, right? Like, because you start like building a life outside of, what you're used to. And then we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. You could be like making a new connection or like connecting with somebody in regards to that. Like, with the Three of Swords in reverse, I feel like it's a healing kind of connection. It feels like you vibrate on the same frequency, kind of. With the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, though, there's like, the other side of like, what you're letting go of, right? Because going back to the Seven of Swords in reverse with the Queen of Wands in reverse, it's like, like I feel like the biggest struggle with like pushing forward is like the looking back. It's like I feel like there's like still some like fear, doubt, and insecurity that kind of seeps in. And those are things that you should really, work on, because like fear, doubt, and insecurity only like hinder us when we're here to have an experience. We're not here to be miserable the whole time. But we have to like, choose to have an experience and choose to not be miserable. We have the Moon, Pisces energy. Also, the full moon just happened. So this is somebody that you could have like been with, like, or hanging out with during the full moon. Like this new person, this healing energy, this Knight of Wands. Also with the moon, it's like the energy of like realizing a truth, or realizing or seeing something in a new light, We We have the Emperor with the Two of Wands in reverse, right? Aries energy. And this is saying, like you make a decision, right? You like take action. You like assert leadership, right? And this helps like kind of restore this energy of feeling like balanced and confident and like confident in your leadership abilities, confident in like, pursuing, what you want. And so like Two of Wands in reverse represents like really decisive energy, right? It represents being like, you know what? This is the direction I choose. I'm not gonna sit here and like stare at the fork in the road forever. So like, yeah, it's just the energy of becoming very decisive and like, I feel like it's a strong act of authenticity to be so decisive and to like really assert yourself in a new way. Um, 4 of Wands tells me you might move into a new home, or you might enter into a long-term like commitment or connection. You could sign like a contract. But whatever the case is, like 4 of Wands represents like long term, and it also represents the home, right? So you could be like moving. Okay, so I'm gonna just pull some Kali cards. Krishna. You can have what you want and need, or what you need and desire, sorry. But you must be prepared to enter into the sacred fire to make the appropriate offering. Shift from focusing on what isn't working to handing over all concerns as a prayer offering to the divine. All can then be resolved and shall manifest according to loving and generous grace. And I feel like this is kind of like telling you to like surrender to your outcomes and kind of like let the universe sort some shit out for you, right? Sometimes we get so caught up in like wanting certain outcomes that we forget that the universe kind of has our back when we let it, when we stop like resisting the process. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys, and I will catch you later.